You're not behind. You're being built for what's next. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Bitch You Can. It is episode 20. 20. Darling, that means I've been doing this for 20 weeks. When? Episode 20 is You're Not Behind, You Are Being Built. With the launch of Activated, I've been really getting swept up and emotionally tied to Activated, to the business, and I had to have my head given a fucking wobble to today by Sir Luke Jones. Thank the Lord for him, because I was spiraling out of control with emotion, and I was, not gonna lie, shitting my pants about this event. Honestly speaking, fourth wall down, like seriously, I'm telling you, as my besties here, I put so much pressure on myself because the meaning behind Activated goes so much deeper than just an event. I'm creating something that I needed over a decade ago. I know how many women need this, and the hardest part of Activated is you don't realize you need it. You're just hurting, you're masking, you're covering up, you're trying to bury shit down deeper because you think that's what's going to fix it. You're trying to fill these holes inside of you with more jobs to do, with purpose, with a business, with, trying to fill your diary, with burnout, with overworking yourself. And you don't realize that you actually just need to fucking be activated, and that you need to fucking awake that part of you that you're burying deep. Wake that sister up, give her a little slap and say, where the fuck you been, bitch? Come on, let's bloody go. And to embrace yourself, step into the power of you, because it's not until you do that you'll move forward. Like right now you're at this wall, you cannot move forward. It's a tough one because it's not glitz and glamour, it's not a qualification, it's not a certification, it's not anything external. Activated is internal. So it's a difficult one to wake people up to see, because it's one of those, until you're there or until you've walked this walk and it's that painful for you, you're probably like, nah, fuck it, I'll miss it. But I'm telling you now, if you're somebody who listens to this podcast and you take anything from it, Activated is for you. Without further ado, let's fucking get into episode 20. So if you're someone who's ever looked around, maybe compared yourself to other people in your industry, to friends, to family, to people you went to school with, people who you work with, whoever, if you're someone who looks around and thinks, fuck, like I'm behind, and you get that internal panic, you get the anxiety, it starts spiraling, you feel the tightness in your chest, you feel like everything's overwhelming and you can't fucking see forward because all you can do is concentrate on what everyone else is doing, because you feel everyone's moving forward and you're stuck in quicksand, you can't move. This episode's for you, honey. Let's tackle this face on, the lie that says you're behind in life. The society we live in, the world we live in, everything is in the palm of our hands. And I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Everything is in our hands. At a click of a button, everything's at our fingertips, which is such a powerful tool. But the flip side of that is a dark side where everything is at lightning speed, and you don't see the true reality of things. Please remember, social media is as amazing as it is. I'm a believer and I love it, but there is that dark side of it. You will only see the snapshot of someone's lightning reel, like someone's I did it moment. You don't see all the backstory. You don't see the years of fucking knockbacks. More people are being open about it, but even then, you're seeing it in a snapshot. You're seeing it in a 6-second, 30-second reel. You're not seeing the years that it's taken. It's like your brain is just seeing it right there. And it's like, oh, that's just happened. Even if it timestamps it from 5 years ago, it still doesn't register because you're watching it at lightning speed. It's right there and you're getting bombarded with it. Everyone's doing their launches. They're fully booked. Here's my new business idea. Now I'm heading into this. Here's my event. Here's my dream home. Here's my dream car. here's my dream family and all my kids are so perfectly behaved and they don't even ever give me back chat. You're in your building phase right now where everything feels a bit tough. You're having to work hard. You're feeling like fucking hell. There's days where you're going, do you know what? Is this even worth it? I'm struggling to keep up with this. Everything feels like, is this sustainable? And it's the questions. And then you're met with people who are in a spot that you aspire to be, and yes, I love this for them, amazing, but what it does is it triggers you to then tell yourself, you're not going to get there, look what you're fucking doing, you're never going to get there. So then you start telling yourself you're falling behind, you're being left behind, or that you're just behind in your life of where you want to be. And it's fucking bullshit, so pack it in, and I shall tell you for why. Because you can't compare your building season to somebody's built season. There's no comparison. It doesn't work. It's like the fucking fugazi, you know, wheezy wazzy, whatever. It doesn't exist. It's not. You're not able to do that. You keep doing it, but it doesn't fucking make sense logically. But it's because this fucking thing in your hand where you are constantly looking at everyone else has got, rather than just keeping in your own lane, tunnel vision. I know it's hard. I get it. I'm a scatty-brained lady who's on a never-ending list for ADHD. But I think mine sometimes, you know, I've questioned whether I actually do have ADHD or whether mine's just the makeup of my fucking traumas and the way I've been treated and the lessons I've learned over my life. I don't fucking know. I have internal monologues 24/7. I don't know what you're gonna do about it. For me, I've always had this feeling. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I had this feeling today. I have always had that feeling of an element of being left behind. It comes a lot less regularly now than what it used to. One of my favourite sayings, there is less traffic and there's no fucking speed limit in your own lane. So just stick to it. So for me, growing up, especially in exams, fucking hell. I mean, your bitch can't sit in an exam anyway. I'm so sorry. I'll do the first question. Like, I remember history exams or like English exams. You know, the ones where you have to write a lot. It's not just multiple choice like science or whatever, or fucking math. Don't even get me started on maths. Fucking Jim's got 5 apples. Alice has got 4 apples. Tim's got fucking 10 giraffes. So how many lollipops does Sarah have? That's how it sounds in my brain, and I could never comprehend it. But in the longer ones we actually write, I do that first. The first question was always like a 1 sentence or a 1 answer, right? I would do them. As soon as I turn the page and there's lots of writing, your bitch is like, I can't. And then I'm looking, and this is why I said I couldn't do it, because instead of me just staying in my lane and just writing what I could write, because I probably would actually have got at least some grades rather than getting a famous U, like unfucking graded. Whoops. Because what I would do instead is I would be looking at my paper, I'd look up, and I look at everyone else. They're like, you'd think they're fucking writing a scroll out, a novel. They're on, you know, a telenovela is coming out of them. They are living their life. And I'd be thinking, fuck, like, why am I not writing? I can't write. Oh, no. And I would get such anxiety, such overwhelm. My brain would take over. The only way I could get through it is I would shut the exam paper and I would put my head down on the desk, and that was it. I couldn't. So a lot of my exams I didn't even write. I did the first question and I'd get overwhelmed because I'm looking at everybody else, and that's the first time in my life where I felt I'm left behind. We all have strengths and weaknesses. What my strengths are probably their weaknesses, whereas my weaknesses are their strengths, and that's to be celebrated, not to be like fucking penalised against. So essentially, I have forever always felt that left behind feeling. So fast forward to today, it comes less frequently now, but today I had that ping in my chest, the anxiety. I know exactly where it's coming from. It's this event. I know it is. This is uncharted waters for me. I've never done anything like this before. It's nothing like you've ever seen before. This is very, very different. It's one of a kind. I know I'm very an acquired taste of a person, I guess. Like, you either love me or you don't, and that's cool. I'm panicking because I'm like, is my messaging clear? Is this right? Is this right? Shit, how am I going to do this? Oh, fucking hell, I realistically haven't got that long. We're getting excited for Christmas, and then I'm thinking, fuck, once Christmas is here, that's it. Like, oh shit. And I'm going into this panic, and I'm thinking, how am I going to help as many women as possible? It all started hitting me, like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? I'm trying to keep up, like, with my girls that I've already got. I'm trying to keep up with what I'm doing. You know, I fucking left my clinic. I've stopped doing treatment. I'm doing my podcast. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm trying to find the right team right now to help me. And I'm very overwhelmed. And the problem I felt was I am feeling left behind. Now, the reason I feel left behind is because, and again, I'm being completely transparent and I'm being very open and honest with you. The reason I feel left behind is because I'm entering into a new entity. I've always been in aesthetics and beauty, right? For the last 5 years, I have been solely in aesthetics. I know what I'm doing there. Like I said, my clinic, my bookings were on repeat. I actually didn't have to be posting. I know exactly what I'm doing. Even for the last 2 years, I've been coaching aesthetics huns build their business. I know what the fuck I'm doing. This new world I've stepped into this year has been a complete 180, 360. I don't really know which terminology it is. Again, I don't know maths. I don't understand angle. So is it either 180 or 360? I don't fucking know. But this is all brand new for me, and I just feel very overwhelmed because I'm keep questioning, was this the right thing to do? Was this the right thing to do? Can I pull this off, and can I fucking do it? Now, I know I can because I'm like, I know I can. Like, again, it's the imposter syndrome. It's me having the internal dialogue. It's me fighting myself. It's me against me, bitch. As long as I'm better than I was yesterday, I'm fucking winning. I don't, like, let everyone else do their thing. I love that for you. But what I'm saying is the feeling of being left behind is fucking real, and I understand it. It's like, even with aesthetics, like, I know this feeling because I felt it in aesthetics. Like, this is what I have to keep telling myself. I felt this at the beginning. I was driving between 4 locations, losing money, hardly any clients, people no-showing me, people asking me for discounts but only wanting to book if I was going to slash the price for them, nobody really understanding my worth, no one knowing who I am, getting bullied by fucking multiple practitioners locally to the point where I wanted to give up every single week. Because that was my building phase. I would look at these practitioners who are fully booked, driving the flash cars, you know, living their best life in their dream clinics. And I'd compare myself to them, but how could I? Because they've already done their building phase. They've already been through their own shit. I just haven't seen it. So I'm keep trying to remind myself, like, bitch, come on, you've built that, but now you're back to building. This is your building phase. Like, this podcast is building. Activated is building. I can't compare this season that I'm in right now within the podcast and Activated. I can't compare that to Amy Jones Aesthetics or even Amy Jones Mentoring. I fucking can't do that because I'd already built them. The way I like to reframe it is identifying the purpose behind your pause. Sometimes God, the universe, your ancestors, your higher self, whoever you believe in, will hold things for you until you are ready. Now, that might sound a bit woo-woo and a bit strange, but stay with me. For me, in this particular moment, I know the capacity of what I need to do. I cannot do it on my own, so I need team. I need that to be a priority. I need the right team to help me with this event, with my podcast, with everything that I'm doing. I need that help over the next coming months. So, of course, I'm going to be overwhelmed. Of course, things aren't going to move forward because I am busy doing all of my daily tasks that I can't put into my project work. So the universe is like, bitch, until you get a fucking team, we can't move forward. So that's the purpose of my pause, in my opinion. So that fear fuels the fire for me. Like I said, I'm powered by fear. It fuels my fire and it makes me go, right, let's fucking go out and get a team. Let's get help. Let's do this so that I can move forward. It could be for you that You really want the busy diary. You want the clients to come in. You don't want the no-shows anymore. You don't want the cancellations. You don't want to be trawling across these different locations, losing money on rent and petrol, etc. But have you sorted your boundaries out in your business? Have you got a deposit and a cancellation in place? Have you actually put the effort and work in to making sure your T's and C's are solid? So that shit don't keep happening, because the universe is going to keep showing you the same bloody lessons until you learn them. Put in purpose to that pause right now, because you can't move forward. How can you move forward with a busy, full diary if you've got no boundaries? It's not going to compute. It doesn't align. Like, think of it this way, radio frequencies. If you're trying to tap into like 99.8 FM, but you keep tapping into 86.8, you ain't going to get that fucking frequency, are you? It's not going to happen. You need to meet it at the 99.8, and then you'll hear what you want to hear. And that's exactly the same with how you need to work within your life, your business, your relationships, friendships, everything. You want this new relationship, or you want this lovely friendship, and you're like calling out for this. But how can you have that if you're not healing that part of you that settles? How can you have that if you're still being dictated by everyone else's opinion and you're not completely happy and confident and secure in who the fuck you are? I know it sounds cheesy, but it's so true. So remember, if you're feeling left behind, just evaluate it. Look, what is the purpose of my pause right now? Why can't I move forward? It's like my honey, we've mapped and mapped and mapped. We've done numerous different things, and we've done it time and time again. And as soon as she come on this call, and I don't mean to out her, and I love her to bits, and she's fucking incredible, and I tell her that all the time, but she come on the call, and the notes from our last call, the stuff I'd highlighted, I gave her a whole to-do list, and she went, funny, I've not even really done that. Straight away, I'm like, why? I'm overwhelmed and burnt out. But why? Because I haven't done this and haven't done that. But why? And we get into it, and we got to the crux of it. She don't feel worthy. She don't feel worthy to carry this. She doesn't feel like she can do it. And that's the fucking crux of it. That's the bit of it. That's why I keep saying, and this is what Activated is about. You cannot build your empire, your house, your whatever on sinking sand. If you have not got you sorted out with your boundaries, your self-worth, understanding you, battling that imposter syndrome, everything that I go on about every fucking week in your ears, if you don't have that shit down, or at least working on it, or understanding how to deal with it, you're not going to move past. You are going to hit this brick wall, and you're going to keep hitting it no matter what you do in life. Because I know some of you will be listening now, and you'll be like, doesn't matter what I do, I get stumped at this hurdle, because it's something inside of you. There is a hurdle, there is a block, there is something inside of you that has not been healed, has not been even explored, has not been activated, has not been opened up and cracked open. So that's why this is so important to do this as a woman in business, or as a woman as a whole. This is so important that you do shit like this, because this is what's actually going to enable you to grow. Because the version of you that's being built right now is the foundation of the version that you're praying for. Think of it that way. What you're being built for right now, this build that you're in, where you're just like, everything's fucking this is the foundation of the version of you that you want. This is the foundation to enable that, to build upon it. Let's reframe it together. What if this waiting season is not wasted? It's working for you. It's not working against you. It's working for you. Just think about it for a second. Because I know the waiting for me, every single time I've been through this motion, because I have done this motion again and again and again. This ain't my first song and dance, ain't my first rodeo, darling. I've been through this for so many years of this same cycle, and I get out of it quicker. Like today, me having that meltdown this morning, that would have been enough to write me off for a week. I'm back up, I'm back on it. We got a podcast episode about it. I'm actioning things, I'm getting shit together, and I'm moving forward off the back of it, because of how I reframe it, because of the work I've put in, because of what I'm about to tell you. I know all these times, and I know this time, this season I'm in right now where I'm building, is teaching me resilience, it's teaching me patience. Because imagine if you were to say, let's use your business and your clients as an example. If you were to jump straight in and you got the fully booked diary, like straight off the bat, you're in, you're fully booked, you're done. You've not learnt boundaries, you've not learnt patience, you've not learnt resilience, you've not learnt what it takes. So inevitably, when that runs out because it's not sustainable and you're burning out, you don't understand why, you don't know what's going on, you've not learnt them lessons, it's all going to come crashing down. It's all about the climb. It's all about the build. It's not about how quick you can fucking get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. It matters that you're taking steps every day to get there. Like I always say, don't look at the mountain, look at each step you take, because if you concentrate on the steps, it feels easier, right? One step feels a lot easier than 10,000. So just do one step at a time, one small action every day, one needle mover every day to get you closer to where you want to be. And don't let imposter syndrome, don't let this anxiety crippling feeling of being left behind consume you, because it doesn't mean shit. It's just, again, your nervous system. You're pushing past something that feels comfortable and you're wanting to move forward. And your nervous system's like, no, bitch, fucking stay comfortable where we know it's okay. You don't want to stay comfortable. Otherwise, you would just do it. Because this is what makes me laugh, and this is what I love so much about us women in business. We get in our own heads and we give ourselves shit for this. And we say things like, oh my God, like, it's not working. I'm so, like, stressed. Nothing's working. I'm shit. Oh my God, everyone else is doing so much better than me. Blah, 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 blah. And then we are fueled by fear. We flip a switch. Then we ramp it up and we start getting our results. And then we go, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. There's so much going on. I can't keep up. I can't even have a shit in peace. I don't know what's going on. And it makes me laugh to see that switch in people is wild. And as women, we do fluctuate anyway because of hormones. It's really interesting how certain things affect us. So you've just got to think, every time there's a delay, it's building you for something more so that you can hold it. Because imagine if you just skyrocketed from the bat and it was super, super easy. Well, first off, every fucker would do it first off, but you're built different, sis. That's why you listen to this every week. Honestly speaking, you wouldn't be able to hold it. You wouldn't have the mental capacity. You wouldn't have the emotional security. You wouldn't have the resilience to actually hold this, what you're creating. So every time you have that ping of I'm being left behind, reframe it. Why am I being paused? What's the purpose of this pause? What's it teaching me? And how do I learn the lesson to to actually move forward from it, rather than just go, well, I'm out. I wrote down 3 tips to shift your perspective. So I want you to stop asking, why not me? And start asking, what's this building in me? So every time, you're not getting a booking and you see so-and-so down the road is fully booked or whatever, or like we've got Black Friday coming up, and I know a lot of my girls, we're building Black Friday right now for their offers for a cash injection. And I know a lot of them are spinning out. They're getting a bit anxious, and they're like, oh my God, I'm already seeing people starting to write it. Oh my gosh, like, what's going to happen? I'm really worried if no one buys it, if no one does it. And I'm like, right, stop saying, why not me? Like, every time you're going to be pulled to feel, why not me? Instead of saying, why not me, why them? Say, what's this building in me? If you keep getting no-shows, you keep getting cancellations, I will be 90%, maybe even 99% sure it's because you ain't got boundaries in your business. You don't have a cancellation fee. You don't have a deposit. You don't have clear T's and C's. You don't action your T's and C's. You hide behind them. You've copied them off somebody else, and then you just have them on there to look pretty. But do you actually follow through on them? No. So start asking yourself, stop just using it. And like, I'm being real with you right now. I needed to hear this. Stop using it as a cop-out. Like, oh, why is this not me? Use it as, right, what the fuck am I being taught here? Like, come on, what's the lesson in all of this and how can I move forward? Second of all, document your becoming. I've said this before and I'll say it again, and I'll say this all the time. Start looking at what you've done already, and then start looking at how you overcome that. What was the answer? What was the lesson? So write the negative, what's happened, and then follow it up with the lesson that you learned from it. Start doing that. Start getting that in your mind, where you start doing those things and become grateful for the lessons you have learned, so that you can move forward. And the next time something comes up, you're going to move forward from it quicker. That's exactly what I do. Lastly, on my 3 tips, be grateful for the gap. It's proof next bigger is coming. It's proof you're going through the next stage. Like I've said this before, one of my girls said, next level, new devil. Like, it is so true that the more you move that goalpost, the more steps you go up, the more you like go on to your next journey, next thing, next project, next relationship, next business, next stage, whatever it is in your life, you're going to have new things coming. You're going to have something else to make you feel left behind. You're going to have imposter syndrome. You're going to have these things happen. So equip yourself to deal with it. Become grateful for the lessons. Become grateful for the gap. Become grateful for the pause. Start really dissecting it. Become friends with the fucking fear, because fear and anxiety will take you to a whole new dimension. I say this all the time and I feel like I am a broken record with it, but it will take you to a whole new dimension if you let it. Become friends with it. Become comfortable with it, because that's what's going to change you. Not how many followers you have, not how many clients you have, not how many fucking treatments you've done, not how many people want to fucking lick your ass. It's about how you move through the hard shit that happens. That's what's going to build you. Not more courses, not more treatments. The shit that's actually going to build you as a person, which will then build you in every other aspect of your life, not just your business, your relationships, your family, everything. It all starts in here. And I can't stress that enough. It all starts in here. Let's do your Healing Girl homework. I'm really hoping the audio's okay, because I realised I was sinking down into the chair. Like, this chair's so slidey and comfy. And I try not to move too much. I do feel like I go a bit rigid in this, because I don't want to move the microphone. I don't want to bang the laptop. I don't want to move out of shot. I don't want anything to go crazy. So I try and stay a bit rigid, which is not great for me. But anyway, so let's do your Healing Girl homework, which is the becoming list. So what I want you to do is super easy. Write down 3 things your current season is teaching you. Whatever season you're in, if you're in your building, if you're in your built, if you're in your what the fuck am I going to do next, if you're in your why the fuck have I decided to do this, write down the 3 things that current season is teaching you. And then what I want you to do is I want you to finish the sentence with, I'm not behind, I'm building my. It could be confidence, it could be stability, purpose, whatever. Like for me right now, I'll write down 3 things about this current season where I'm at. And I just remind myself I'm not behind, I'm building my purpose, because I know this shit's my purpose. I know helping women is my purpose. I didn't have a breakdown at the beginning of the year for nothing. And I've not been through all this shit in my life to learn from it and come out the other side of it and to feel how I feel now compared to how I feel then, and to build what I've built, to just sit on it and selfishly just not give the gift to anyone else. So that's exactly what my purpose is, and I know it is, and that's why I'm doing Activated. So it just spurs me on, and that's why I do this every single week. Really sit into what you're building right now, and finish that sentence and write down those 3 things that this current state is building in you, and remember, dissect them, feel grateful for them, really look into what these lessons are going to mean for you in the future. I always go back to the booking ones, because it is like literally through and through. If you're getting repeat no-shows, repeat cancellations, that could be one of your things that you write down. Right, that's building my boundaries, that's building my self-worth, that's building my resilience so that then I can go on to have a booked diary, because I know I can't have a booked diary without boundaries. Every single delay, detour, every doubt you have is all part of your preparation. You're just in the middle of your making right now. You're not behind, you're being fucking built. One day soon, you're going to look back on this season and you're going to realise it was never a punishment. It was never a you're not good enough. It was just a pause to set you up for the next fucking moment. Because remember, bitch, you can. As always, if this episode cracks something inside of you open and it's really made you reflect, anything's come up for you, please share it with me. DM me at bitchyoucan without the I on Instagram. Please, 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 if you are on YouTube, I'm gonna sound like a little influencer now. If you are on YouTube, or if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, wherever you're listening or watching this at the moment, please can you like, rate and subscribe. It really helps me push this out to as many people as possible and to help as many women as possible. That is my whole fucking calling. That is my purpose, especially for 2026. I want to help as many women as possible through this podcast, through Activated, and just really remind women who the fuck they are and who the fuck they've always been, and just let's dig this bitch out one step at a time together, and let's rise together. So please, 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 it would mean the world to me, and this is really uncomfortable, but can you please like, rate and subscribe and follow for more, because it really helps me get this podcast out. So as always, I'm so grateful. I appreciate you. I'm so fucking proud of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.